area, I want traders to focus on a few basic things. So the beauty with the ATAS platform is you can see exactly where those market orders are most heavily concentrated. So we can see on Bitcoin moving up, we can see a blue line over here and a blue line over here, right? Without even reading the numbers. But when we go in and read the numbers, I want traders to understand what was going on. So we saw price giving us 114 for 2K, right? 114 for 2000. Now, what does that mean and why is that important? Well, the reason that's important is because you need to understand what the left and the right number represent. So the left number represents the total number of aggressive sellers, right? That is the bid. They are going in with sell market orders, right? Those are kind of live orders. They're going in with market orders. They're looking to sell at market prices. So on Bitcoin futures, this is going to be whatever that is, 119,430. We can see that there's significantly more market participants hitting the right number, which is the ask, right? 114 for 2K. That is a very large difference, hence why you see a very highlighted region over here, a blue region. So that shows you positive delta. That is showing you there's a lot more market participants going in, hitting the ask, going in with market orders to buy. They want to drive price higher, and so naturally what happens is they enter a fair value gap, right? They enter this fair value gap over here. So this was your first initial rejection candle, and we're going to be focusing on this region like we have, and we're also going to be focusing on the delta outliers, because one misconception that traders have is they think they need to read every single number. Well, that's absolutely not true, because the ATAS platform gives you the delta outliers here and the delta outliers here. So you're looking at the rejections, and you need to understand how rejections work, right? So when you come into this region, we're first focusing on this initial rejection over here. So what you saw is somewhere down here, you saw 114 for 2K or 2000, right? And you also saw up here, right? We're going to be focusing on what you saw in this region over here, right? In this, rough candle region, you saw 57 for 378. 57 for 378. So I'm just going to write that over here, right? So that's going to be 57 for 378. And so from an order flow perspective, what does this mean, right? We're looking at market orders and we're looking at limit orders. So what you can see is you can see so many more market orders, right? These are buying market orders. These are the bid. Sorry, this is the ask. So these are buyers, right? Hitting the ask. So these are aggressive buyers, or these are buyers going in with market prices. So you want to ask yourself very simply, when you see a sharp rejection over here, what is going on to the buyers, those buyers over here hitting the ask, right? They're going in with aggressive buying. Buyers are aggressive, right? Buyers are aggressive. They're going in with market prices. So what does this initial rejection tell you? Well, it's showing you that these buyers are struggling. They haven't been rewarded upon the first rejection or the first test of the level. So what that tells you is that if these buyers are failing, right, these buyers going in with market orders are failing. So it shows you that there's sell limit orders present at this level, and that's what you want, right? That's what you want. If there's one thing you take away from this video, it is understanding that limit orders are what you are really looking for if you want to be trading in a certain direction, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Forex, whether it's futures, whether it's NASDAQ, whether it's anything you're trading, gold, Bitcoin, Ethereum, you're looking for limit orders. Now, specifically if you're selling, you want to be looking for sell limit orders. And so how do you do that? Well, the way you do that, if I clear up the charts, right, the way you do that is by understanding what's going on between the bid and the ask. And so if we kind of bring these up face to face next to each other, let's kind of break down what the ATAS platform is showing us. So if you look